History Month program featuring Yvonne LeFave. She is the founder of Go Green Trikes.
Yeah.
And you biked here today to this interview.
Of course I did.
You had such great weather for it.
Right, yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Well, thank you.
So I was out and about, and I was talking about the program series with some ladies.
Okay.
And you are the first name that came up. They said, I have to interview you about Go Green Trikes. And I said, what is Go Green Trikes?
So would you like me to answer that?
Yes.
Okay, so Go Green Trikes is, it started as just a delivery service using heavy-duty electric assist tricycles. So, okay, we're not picturing your grandmother's tricycle or your preschooler's tricycle. We're picturing a tricycle that's 4 foot by 9 foot that'll hold 500-pound payloads.
Okay.
Big things.
Okay, these mean business.
Oh, they are definitely business. Yeah, all business. So yeah, so I use those in a delivery service, and I've used it in other services as well. Everything from lawn care to, shopping, errand services, puppy delivery, you name it. Yeah, whatever will fit.
When did you found your company?
Oh, 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
And what made you get into this?
Early 90s, I, for a number of reasons, decided driving just wasn't my thing anymore. I was part of I'm a Quaker.
Okay.
So it was the time of the first Gulf War. There was all this peace activism going on, and all these shouts, "No blood for oil," and then the activists drive away. Wait a minute.
Yep.
that disconnect just didn't sit well with me. So I started trying to experiment with non-driving, seeing if I could do it. So after a couple of years of my leased car just sitting, I decided, okay, well, I guess I can do this.
Yeah.
And then eventually I decided, well, maybe I could benefit others with this service.
How did it progress from a normal bike to a real trike, like green mean machine sort of thing?
Yeah, it was a slow progress. I started with just a regular bike, just the little baskets on the back and maybe one in the front. And, bulk shopping, that may or may not have worked. So as the loads got bigger, I decided first a cargo bike, and that kind of worked, 2 40-pound things of cat litter, one on each side.
Oh my goodness.
Well, if you put it all on one side, the bike would fall over.
Yeah.
Not so good. So as the loads got bigger, I decided to push the limits a little, see how far I could take it.
What are so you probably started off with some small grocery loads.
Sure.
And it's
for myself.
And it's expanded into what are some of the biggest loads that you've hauled?
Oh, let's see. A queen size mattress. We talked about that. On a tricycle.
On a tricycle.
Flatbed tricycle.
Flatbed tricycle.
So yeah, because it was way too wide. So yeah.
Is the flatbed as big as the queen size mattress though? Or
the queen size mattress was bigger. So it kind of overhung.
Wow.
Picture a muffin top, but a trike version.
I like it much better there.
Right, exactly. Don't we all?
It can stay there.
So that, let's see. A client needed a 7-foot-long, 360-pound crate from Harbor Freight delivered. Put that on a trike, and off we went.
Oh my gosh.
We're not talking little loads here.
Wow.
Washing machines, a furnace once, a refrigerator. We're not talking.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta push the limits.
Oh my gosh. And I read that you take scrap metal to the scrap metal yard too.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, do you do that on your own, or do you do that for people, or both? Or
for both. Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. I've had folks say, I don't need this anymore. Go take it, and that's your payment. Kind of thing.
Okay. I have a refrigerator in my basement.
Right.
I can give you my address.
Exactly. The refrigerator was one of the scrap metal loads. So yeah.
Wow. So, what kind of, is it expensive? What kind of prices do you have?
No, I try to make it affordable, and I try to give folks price breaks wherever I can. In fact, I have a program that's called Random Acts of Community Kindness, or the RAC program, where folks that feel they can't afford my services for whatever reason, whatever tips I get throughout the year go into that fund, and then I can help offset their costs.
Okay.
So if somebody, like, let's say the Women's Center once hired me to help with the Capital City Dragon boating when it was down by the riverfront. They had all these vendors that, needed to get things to the riverfront, but you can't drive down there.
Yes.
Here I come with my trike,
Yeah, there's such a good organization to
exactly.
work with, too.
Yeah, it was perfect fit. So I used my RAC program to help offset the costs. So yeah, it's cool.
And you're also lead biker for Rite of Silence.
Right, that's one of the events that I help support.
How did you get involved with that?
I think folks within the biking community saw me and saw that I can haul things. With the Rite of Silence, there's what's called a ghost bike, that big painted white bike, and usually banners. And they may or may not have had ways to get them from MSU's campus to the Capitol safely. So I ended up being the lead bike, I think 3 years in a row now.
Wow.
Yeah, quite fun.
What area do you cover?
Okay, you're sitting down. All right, so you've got 96 and 69, how that curves around Greater Lansing,
Oh my gosh,
all the way
don't tell
out
me.
to Marsh, Okemos Road, so 120 square miles.
Oh my gosh. And how much exertion do you have on this bike versus the electronic?
Well, it's electric assist. So
I don't know what that means.
Okay,
I'm not going to act like I do.
Sure.
I bought my first regular bike last year, okay? So
okay.
I'm a newbie.
So the way electric assist works, it's not like a throttle, like a motorcycle would be. A throttle would be all power. This is electric assist. You have to pedal in order for it to work.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the assist part of it.
So you're telling me, if I hear this correctly, that this refrigerator,
Here we
in
go.
order for the bike to go,
You
for the
gotta
electric
pedal.
to kick in, you have to start pedaling. You're the fittest person in the region.
Or the craziest.
Or the craziest. How many miles do you do this by yourself, or do you have other people that help you out? You're mostly doing this by yourself?
Mostly by myself.
This is
but
fantastic.
I do have a list of folks that do contract with me, and I'm looking for more.
Okay.
So yeah,
Go Green Trikes on Facebook, since you're watching on Facebook.
Right. So depending on the service, there's. Let's put it this way. When I first started and it was just deliveries, sure, I could do it no problem, because it'd be, 1 or 2 a week. Last year, when I started doing what I call chemical and gas-free yard services, so, weeding and things like that, folks that do, they might even hire a regular lawn care service, but they want to just zip in and out. They don't want to weed your garden beds. They don't want to do any of the detail stuff.
Okay.
We do. That's where we come in, and we can, So that's where easily 60% of my business last year came from.
Really?
Was this yard service stuff, yeah.
Wow.
So
how did that connection get made?
Oh, okay. In Florida, of all places.
Okay.
I was there for an instructor training. One of the other cycling businesses was a yard care service in Florida, all by bike. And I'm like, wait a minute, I could do that.
Yeah.
So we started, talking about it, figuring out what might work. And first thing I knew, I had clients and more clients and more clients.
Wow.
Yeah. And, then the Old Town Commercial Association contacted me. They had contract with a nonprofit to do the watering of their plants in Old Town. They had, 71 hanging baskets.
Wow.
And their contract fell through, nobody to water them. They were looking at having to do volunteers.
System in those baskets?
No, no, they don't.
Oh.
So somebody had seen my trike, said, I wonder if this could work. We tried it. It did.
So do you put a big tank of water on your?
40-gallon tank.
40-gallon tank.
40-gallon tank of water in the trike, and I just go around and all through Old Town and water the plants.
And the 40 gallons good enough for the 71 plants?
No, I have to. I have to refill a couple times.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how often do you have to do that?
Seasonally, every day.
Seasonally every day?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. No wonder my plant right here has been dying. I have not been watering it enough.
It's a different kind of plant.
Yeah, but
yes.
still. It's
Actually,
got some
those don't
problems.
like a lot of water.
Oh, no wonder. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's African violet. They're touchy.
So what has been the strangest request you've received to...
Oh, wow.
Or what did you think was the strangest at the time you got it? Has there been any weird...
Yes. One of my yard clients lives in a house with a huge overhang. So you wouldn't think about it, but it's like a Frank Lloyd Wright sort of house, okay?
Yep.
So picture a large overhang, windows right underneath. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't think about it, but it's perfect environment for spiders.
Okay.
They're out of the element, they're protected. So she's had all these spider webs, and she didn't want to clean it.
Oh my gosh.
So I was already doing yard work for her, and she's like, would you mind vacuuming my house?
Oh my gosh.
On the outside?
I bet you never saw that.
I never saw that coming.
Green Trikes Company.
No.
So how do people contact you? Before I get to that though, first, are you like a driving billboard? Can people advertise in your?
They can.
They can. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do people contact you for advertising, for
anything?
services?
Yeah. They can message me through Facebook, Instagram. They can email me. They can call me. I've had the strangest way that I've been contacted so far was this guy saw me in the garden trike, the green one with my chemical and gas-free yard services signs, and I'm hearing this honking behind me. I'm like, okay, I pull over, I'm out of his way. He's still honking at me. I keep going, trying to get out of his way. He's like, I'm trying to hire you. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that works too.
So I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. You did over 3,000 miles last year, an estimated savings of $1,700 in gas costs.
Yeah.
Gas costs.
Exactly.
And who knows what else?
Right. There was that's all on my website. All the carbon savings of all of that.
So if someone they can find Go Green Trikes online, they can find it on Facebook, and they'll know a way that they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, exactly.
And you accept donations, correct?
I do.
think I saw that on the
I
website
do.
as well.
Yeah, and that's for that rack program.
Well, thank you so much,
sure.
Yvonne, for coming on.
It was
I really
fun.
appreciate. I had never heard of it. Fascinating story. It's incredible. I'm trying to imagine giving up my gas guzzling car right now, and it's probably
It's a process.
It's a process.
Right.
It's all a process.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And I want to thank you for watching.